Hey guys, welcome to today's Explainer. We are diving right into the absolutely fascinating science of the nervous stomach. We're going to explore the incredibly dynamic two-way link between our minds and our digestion. It's a connection that literally dictates not just how we process our food, but how we process our emotions.
So, you know that feeling, right? Have you ever felt those butterflies in your stomach before a big event? Maybe right before a huge presentation at work, a first date, or a major test. I just want to validate that macro experience for you right off the bat. It is not just in your head. Well, actually, scratch that. It is in your head, but it's also very much in your gut. That fluttering, sometimes slightly nauseating feeling is entirely rooted in real biological science. It's your body physically reacting to your mental state.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. First, the science of gut feelings. Second, stress and your stomach. Third, meet your mighty microbiome. And finally, healing the gut-brain axis.
All right, Section 1, the science of gut feelings.
Let's define the gut-brain axis. Picture this as a massive, high-speed, two-way superhighway. It's a bi-directional communication network that intimately links your central nervous system, so your brain and spinal cord, with your enteric nervous system, which is that vast network of neurons governing your entire digestive tract. And they aren't just talking through nerves like the giant vagus nerve. They are in constant, rapid-fire communication via hormones, metabolic pathways, and even your immune system.
Now here's how that two-way traffic actually flows. Going one way, we've got brain-to-gut signals. This is when psychological stress or anxiety from your brain literally slows down your digestion or messes with your stomach motility. But look at the flip side, gut-to-brain signals. This means physical issues starting down in your stomach, like gut inflammation or microbial imbalances, can travel right back up that superhighway and actually drive psychological conditions like depression or anxiety. It's a continuous loop.
Okay, get ready for this, because this crucial point is captured in a single staggering number, 95%. Your gut provides approximately 95% of your body's total serotonin, right? Serotonin is the neurotransmitter we always associate with mood, happiness, and well-being up in the brain. But the vast majority of it is manufactured right down in your digestive tract. This perfectly illustrates exactly why your physical gut health so deeply and profoundly impacts your mood.
Moving on to Section 2, stress and your stomach.
Let's break down how this builds into a rapid biological domino effect. Step 1, your brain perceives a threat or stressor. Step 2, your autonomic nervous system immediately kicks in and the vagus nerve screams distress signals down to your gut. This can actually pause the normal rhythmic pulsing of your digestion. And then Step 3, intestinal permeability increases. Basically, your gut barrier weakens in response to that mental stress, sparking physical distress and discomfort.
And if you're wondering how fast this happens, it is mind-blowing. Look at this study by Gurdon and his team. It's a shocking little narrative. Researchers took completely healthy volunteers and put them through something called dichotomous listening stress, which is really just listening to stressful, conflicting audio tracks. Immediately following this super mild acute psychological stress, researchers found rapid, physical increases in paracellular permeability in the subject's rectal mucosa. Just listening to stressful sounds gave them the immediate biological markers of a leaky gut. No way, right? Which brings us to a really tricky psychological trap known as symptom-specific anxiety. If your gut is sending up distress signals and you start catastrophizing or obsessively worrying about your stomach hurting, you create this vicious cycle. Your brain perceives the stomach pain itself as a massive threat, sends even more stress signals down the vagus nerve, and actually amplifies the physical pain, inflammation, and discomfort. Your worry about the symptom is literally fueling the symptom.
All right, Section 3, meet your mighty microbiome.
We've got to talk about the bugs. You have trillions of microbes in your gut, and they act as microscopic messengers. Their core functions are absolutely astonishing. First off, they produce short-chain fatty acids, which cross the blood-brain barrier and regulate brain tissue. They literally regulate the HPA axis, which is your body's primary stress response system. They control the integrity of that gut barrier we were just talking about. And they even influence BDNF, a key protein involved in brain plasticity and learning. Your bacteria are actively steering your neurological health.
Because these little microbes are so incredibly powerful, researchers have actually coined a brand new term, psychobiotics. Basically, these are specific strains of live bacteria, or probiotics, that might actually give you a mental health benefit when you ingest them. Preliminary research here is super promising, showing that by supporting the gut-brain axis with the right bacteria, we might actually be able to alleviate symptoms of central nervous system disorders, lower social anxiety, and seriously buffer against stress. And that brings us to our final section, Part 4, Healing the Gut-Brain Axis. Since the gut-brain axis is a two-way street, our treatments really need to be as well, right? On the mental side of things, cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is highly effective. It trains the brain to dial back that catastrophizing and symptom hypervigilance we discussed. Over on the physical side, dietary changes like tossing in psychobiotics, prebiotic fibers, and fermented foods really help restore those gut bacteria. And looking at it holistically, techniques like meditation physically calm the vagus nerve and dampen the autonomic nervous system's whole stress response. To put this into perspective, check out this holistic success story from the Ayush Dara study. They looked at the effects of a specific mindfulness technique called Smriti meditation on patients dealing with generalized anxiety disorder. It's a fantastic outcome. The researchers found that this meditation practice significantly reduced not just the psychological anxiety, but the very real physical gastrointestinal and somatic symptoms those patients were suffering from. By calming the mind, they physically healed the gut. They really hit the nail on the head.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. How are you going to tune up your two-way superhighway today? Whether it's just taking a few minutes for deep breathing to calm down your vagus nerve, shifting your diet to feed your microbiome, or simply recognizing that your gut feelings are valid biological signals, you have the power to change the traffic on your gut-brain axis. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.